Okay, so here we are. We're gonna go through our warm-up activation routine. So we can do this before swimming and before dryland workouts. Three purposes here. Number one, we're gonna get ourselves warmed up. Number two, we're gonna help to prevent injuries. And number three is we're developing capacity for functional movement, deeper movements, full, really great movement patterns, and hopefully developing or destroying any imbalances that you may have if you're tighter on one side or the other. So our first exercise here is scap angels with deep breathing. We're going to get down on the ground. We're going to bring the shoulder blades back in contact with the ground, and then we're going to move the elbows down near to the side until you start to feel a bit of restriction. From there, you press the shoulder blades back, press the forearms onto the ground, take a deep breath, and slow exhale. 5-second exhale, and then switch positions, go up. Shoulder blades press back on the ground, forearms press down, deep breath. Exhale. We're going to move down, deep breath. Exhale, shoulder blades and forearms are pressing onto the ground. Move up, deep breath. And down. And pressing up again. If you reach a point where your hands are touching together, that's far enough. And down, this will be our last two. And up. So we're trying to open up pec mobility and activate the muscles between the shoulder blades all at the same time. Okay, so that's our first one, scap angels. Next exercise here, we have our reciprocal bridge. So we're gonna bring one leg up into as much hip flexion as you can and cross the arms onto the opposite shoulder. Press your hip up and try and keep this knee close to your chest. Slow exhale and down. And then we'll just go for another rep, pressing up, holding in, slow exhale, and down. Press up again. So we're going to go for 5 reps on each side, and down. And this is number 4, and down, and number 5. And down. You're going to switch up, other leg, pulling up towards the chest, hold it in tight. Got to use your hip muscles, pressing up. Slow exhale. And down. And pressing up again. Keep on trying to activate that hip flexor and the leg that's up near your chest. And down. And up again, this is number 3. Down and up again. It's number 4. Down and last one, we're up. So we're activating our glute. We're stretching a little bit in this hip flexor. We're activating our hip flexor on the opposite side, and we're maybe stretching a bit in the glute and hamstring on the opposite side there too. So that's our reciprocal bridge. Next one we're going to do is our upside down scorpion, we're calling this. So we want to choose that position where our pecs feel tight. So whether it's your up position or your down position, you can go whatever one you want to go. Get the shoulder blades onto the ground, press the forearms back, bring the knees up towards your chest. So your low back is flat on the ground, and then you start to just rock a little bit side to side. We're going to do 5 rotations. So this is scapular activation, and it's opening up and stretching out the pecs and lats. A little rotator cuff activation into external rotation as well. Okay. Next one, we've got our straight leg raise. So we're just going to be flat on the back. Just flatten out the knees as much as you can. get your ankles pointing up or your feet pointing up so they're at 90 degrees. Bring one leg up as far as you can and bring it back down. And we're just gonna go for 5 reps. So you're just trying to increase the angle between your legs as best you can. If you're pretty tight in this exercise is gonna help you to develop that mobility. 4th rep. Have some core strength, some hip strength. And that's 5. Gonna go for the other side. That's 2. 3. And try to fold in deeply at that hip. 4. Work hard to keep your knees straight. 5. Okay, so that's our active straight leg raise. Now we're gonna do a few exercises on our feet. First one here is a little bit of a challenging exercise. We're gonna do a TWY deadlift. This is a single leg deadlift pattern. So we're gonna come into this position. Back leg is pushing straight, activating through the glute. And then we're gonna do our T here. Okay guys, so you join me. And we're gonna go for that T position. Palms are facing down towards the ground when we're up here. That's 5 reps. And I'm gonna come up into a W here, so my hands are up high, and then I'm gonna bring them down so the elbows are right by my chest and stretch up as far as I can. Try to keep your chin in near to your chest so you have a long, straight, flat spinal posture. Working hard on the balance. We're gonna go for a Y. At this point, we're feeling a burn in the calf. Try and keep your hips, and your chest and shoulders square to the ground. Okay, that was our TWY on one side. Got to do the other side too, so getting nice and straight and flat in that angle. Going for the T. That's 5 reps for me. You can go for a W here. Okay, I got my 5 reps and I'm gonna go for a Y. Still trying to keep that nice flat back, keep the chin tucked in. Work the glute and the leg that's up in the air. So that's helping you keep your legs straight back there. Okay, so that was our TWY. Next one we're gonna do, need a little break. We're gonna take a lunging stance. Show you on side angle here again. This is knee, hip, and shoulder all in a nice straight line. Trying to be up tall, get a little bit of a stretch in the front of the hip. A little bit of glute activation, tucking the tailbone down gets you a stretch. That's our lunge position. Now, dagger, we're gonna reach over here for the dagger in the boot. You're gonna bring that hand out, you're gonna follow it with your eyes as far as you can, and then press forward with the shield. That'll help you get a little more rotation. You're gonna come back and down. Okay, so we're just gonna follow that rotational pattern with the eyes. Press the shield forward, it helps you go a little further. Go for 5 reps. We're on 3. There's 4. This is developing shoulder girdle mobility, activating the scap muscles. That was 5. We're gonna switch sides. So same thing here, get that stretch first in the hip. And then you're gonna come down. When you straighten back up, you should feel the stretch. Follow your hand, press that shoulder, and then come back. And here we are again, back to the boot. Got the dagger coming back, follow with the eyes, press the arm. Good. Let's do We're on to 3. Press. Don't want to force this one, so if you're feeling a little crampy, don't push it too hard. All right, this is a long-term thing, so if you're a little stiff in some of these movements, you're going to develop mobility just by doing them. So we want to have good quality of movement, more important than quantity of movement. Okay, so our next is going to be a form deadlift. So here we are, we're going to try to keep the shins vertical. We're just going to kind of drop into this position. The heels are flat on the ground, feeling a little bit more weight towards the heels. Butt is kind of reaching back. The most important thing here is the low back is staying nice and flat, and we're pretty much nice and tall through the whole core and trunk. So I'm into 3 reps there. I'll go for 6. I started pretty quick. This is a fundamental athletic movement pattern, and it's really rarely trained, so we want to see more athletes coming out with this, especially coming out of high school. Okay, one more. So if you don't know how to do this very well, learn how to do it, right? This might take a little extra training to get that one mastered. So our next exercise here is our toe touch squat. You can take a little wider than shoulder width stance. You're gonna reach down like we're just doing a toe touch stretch, getting a bit of a hamstring stretch. Holding onto your feet. Drop the hips down, get your back flat as soon as you can in this movement. Get the hips all the way down, elbows inside the knees, chest is upright. Look up to one arm, look up to the other arm, and then you're gonna stand up. You're just gonna repeat that. So coming down, elbows are inside. You can press against your knees gently with the elbows. One arm up, other arm up. Okay, and we're just gonna repeat that 5 times. It's good to alternate the arm that you look to first if you like. So we're coming down, we'll look up to that side, and there we go. Standing up tall, coming down again. Low back is as flat as we can. Going up, other side, stand. This will be the last one here. Coming down. So as you become more flexible, you should really focus on having the low back flat, getting your hips as low to the ground as you can. One arm up, other arm up, stand, there we go. Okay, now this might be one of the most difficult exercises. We're gonna do our streamlined deadlift. Get up into streamlined position. Arms are by your ears, and we're gonna get into a single leg deadlift pattern. So we're onto one leg, and we're just gonna come forward, keep the hips and shoulders square to the ground. We're gonna come back up, and we're gonna do 5 of these. We're going for control here. It's okay if you lose a little bit of balance. It's probably gonna happen. We're doing our best. Try and go for a nice straight line all the way from the hands down to that foot behind you. And again, hips and shoulders square to the ground. That's 3 reps. That's 4 reps. You guys feeling this in your back? Okay, that's 5 reps. Oh. Relax the shoulders a bit. We're gonna go for the other side. Nice streamlined position. Active in the glute. Try and go for a long, stretched out kind of position with your whole body. Go for 2. Third rep. Going for 4. Fifth rep. Here we go. Oh yeah, we'll give you credit for that. That's all right. Okay, so we're gonna get to relax a little bit here. We're going for our kneeling towel rotations. If you got a towel, use it. If you don't have a towel, don't worry about it. So here's what we're gonna do. If you're a little on the stiff side, you're gonna come down to this position and just, your butt is right over your heels, okay? So you may be feeling a bit of stretch in your quad and your ankle. If you're pretty flexible, you can take a slightly wider stance, and so you can get your butt down inside your heels. And then you're still probably getting a little bit of a stretch here, front of the ankle and the quad. So we just want to maintain this mobility, okay? You're gonna get both arms up and try to bring them back, controlling by the shoulder blades. We're gonna rotate, look at the hand you're moving towards, and we're gonna go to the other side. Nice controlled, comfortable breathing here. That was 3. There's 4. And here we go with 5. So you want to learn to try to relax the muscles around your neck here. Keep broad shoulder blades. Otherwise, you're not going to get through this stuff. It's going to be killing you. Okay, so next one we're going to do is a child's pose, alternating reach and twist. So I'll show this bit in side profile again. We're going to actually take, if you like, a wide stance with your knees so you get a groin stretch. Reach both arms forward as far as you can and out pretty wide. Take one arm over, meet the other arm, drop your ears down between your shoulders. We're just going to do some rotation. So drop one shoulder to the ground and then switch and do the other shoulder. So we're rotating the spine as far as you can in both directions. Again, want to be comfortable with this, not forcing it. Okay, we're going to take that hand out to the other side now. Nice wide position. Reach out and meet it with your other hand. Same thing, 5 rotations here. Now, for those of you, if you have a bit of shoulder pain, don't be too aggressive with the stretch. You don't want to reach so far that it's giving you a big pinch. Just back your arm up a little bit. Should still be safe for you to do it as long as you're not forcing it too much. If your shoulder is really painful, you should probably have that assessed. All right, so that's our child's pose, alternating reach and twist. Next one we have is our 3-legged chicken wing. So we're gonna reach one arm up in behind, touch the opposite shoulder blade, or as high as you can reach comfortably without pain. Then we're gonna rotate, look up over your shoulder, and come down. We're gonna do 5 reps. Looking for nice, controlled, quality movement. Retaining this mobility can be really important for the glenohumeral joint, the shoulder joint, to maintain nice health. Another nice thing about this, so we get the rotation going, some core strength. We've got some scapular activation on our opposite side. Okay, switching arms, reaching up in behind the back, high as you comfortably can, rotating. Try and pull the shoulder blade back as you come up. So using those muscles between your shoulder blade. Good. All right, so that was 5. Now, our last exercise here is going to be our down dog knee tuck. This is one of the more difficult exercises. We want to start off in our child's pose position. Get your toes underneath you. Your feet are about hip width apart. Broad shoulder blades, feeling strong through the shoulders. Ears are down in between your arms. So you have a nice straight line all the way from your hand to the shoulder to the hip. We're going to try and maintain that line nice and straight. Notice the angle between your knee and your chest. We're going to try to maintain the knee close to the chest as you press up. Try to maintain that flat back and broad shoulders. Press until your knees start to shake if they do. Try and keep your low back flat. As you tuck down again, keep those long straight angles all the way down, arm to hip. Keep the knees near to your chest. So a common error here is just dropping the knees straight down. So you actually have to kind of think about keeping them close to your chest as you come back down. Got our third rep. Fourth rep. Fifth rep. Okay, good. All right, so that's that. That's all of our exercises. Thanks everybody, and good luck. You're gonna use that for, again, before you swim, before you work out for dry land. Sequencing for this would be, if you have any rolling, foam rolling, self-release exercise, do it first. Do your dry land activation, get in the pool, do a little bit of your pool activation, you're good to go. All right, thanks guys.